Family, gather round. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for rejoining me. Renegades Unite. Listen, guys, there was somebody who commented on this channel, and they made a criticism, which, I'm all here for. And the criticism was that sometimes, I go on, rabbit trails. And I started to think, because when I read that comment, I had recently smoked some Bob Marley. You know what I'm talking about? And, I started to think, it's like a rabbit trail. Imagine, I opened my front door, and there was a literal trail of rabbits going from, my front porch down to my car, and then, make a left and go, up the street. Would I follow that trail of rabbits? Damn. Maybe not. So I think I might get my head examined. That's not indicative of natural rabbit behavior, is it? To be in a single file line leading me somewhere? Maybe that's not what that guy meant. Guys, listen, we're going into All My Life by Ren. This is one that we've never interacted with on the channel. Guys, lock in. Correspond with me in the comments. Please, if you like, comment, share, subscribe for sure. Hype the video if that option is available. We're on our way to 100K. Salute. Definitely join us on the Patreon. The link will be in the description below. There's lots of, behind the scenes stuff coming up on the Patreon. So join me there as well if you want to support the channel. Without any further ado, we're going to let Ren cook. Please cook, sir.
Body bags and broken culture. Play the game to feed the vultures. As they turn us on each other, honor them with golden sculptures. Fight their war.
Hold up. Okay, so listen. Many of us know already that Ren's go-to weapon is either going to be a bat or some kind of bludgeoning object. Okay, well, we've seen this energy a lot from Ren, but I want you to kind of pay special attention to the type of weapon he's chosen right here. Fam, that's a cricket bat, right? And cricket is historically known as the gentleman's game, right? It's a sport that's kind of rooted in traditional British upper class society. The concept of fair play, right? So by using a cricket bat as a weapon against incapacitated victims is deeply meaningful, because it implies that those who are cracking us over our heads are doing so whilst simultaneously patting themselves on the back for being fair dealers, for being above contempt, right? Just something to think about. I'm gonna rewind a little bit. I want him to cook so you can hear those lyrics again.
Body bags and broken culture. Play the game to feed the vultures. As they turn us on each other, honor them with golden sculptures. Fight their wars and feed their hunger. Watch them burn and pillage, plunder. What a marvel, what a wonder. Living in this spell we're under.
Guys, there's a lot to there's just so much to unpack with Ren's lyricism here. Why would a victimizer insist that you honor them with golden sculptures, right? This is known as Stockholm syndrome, obviously, or capture bonding. When you grow affectionate toward your abuser, right? And maybe it's so that the victimization can continue, right? If we don't build sculptures, then the assumption would be that, that we've caught on to the game and aren't willing to play it anymore. So they have to make sure that that Stockholm syndrome is that there's enough of us that believe we can still win this game. Right. And, the sign that we're still under that confusion is building sculptures to them. Right. I see you. I see the game you're playing. Right. But he says, fight their wars and feed their hunger. Let's talk about it.
To play the game to feed the vultures. As they turn us on each other, honor them with golden sculptures. Fight their wars and feed their hunger. Watch them burn and pillage, plunder. What a marvel, what a wonder. Living in this spell we're under. Fight for the right of another to sin. If you don't like it, too bad, cause hypocrisy wins. And you can vote for another, but the choices are slim. Oh, what a time to be alive. What a world we live in.
What a marvel, what a wonder, right? He says, what a marvel, what a wonder, living in this spell we're under. And that's deeply profound to me. Why is it a marvel and a wonder? I think what makes it such a marvel is how powerful and creative human beings so clearly are, right? For us to be shackled and tethered to these artificial systems, for us to kind of give everything up for the nihilistic, meaningless games that society insists that we play is kind of insane to look at from the outside, right? We remember in Animal Farm. Remember we did the Animal Farm in the book club? Salute. How on top of the dominance hierarchy were the pigs. And under their tyranny were animals who would have easily overthrown the resistance if they simply wanted to, if they simply had tried. That's why it's such a marvel and such a wonder living in this spell we're under, right? Ren is saying a lot. He's saying a lot.
I of another to sin. If you don't like it, too bad, cause hypocrisy wins.
Right.
And you can vote for another, but the choices are slim. Oh, what a time to be alive. What a world we live in. It's what it is, and what it's been. The Lord forgives.
Yo, he drew those eyes on that guy again. So listen, this isn't the first time we've seen Ren embody the persona of this club-wielding tyrant. And it's not the first time we've seen him draw eyes on the white bag that covers the face of his victim, right? We remember he did the same thing in Money Game, but what's kind of crazy, though, is how this seems to be a nod to Pink Floyd's The Wall. Remember the kids coming out of the conveyor belt? We don't need no education. They had this same kind of faceless, eerie look with drawn-on eyes. You know, there's like little points in circles, as if their new faces had been given to them from some tyrannical outside force. The idea is that the tyrant wants us to see with unnatural eyes so that the tyranny can become systemic instead of just kind of a one-off, right? Oh, no. I need you to transition it. I need to hear that again, Ren.
What it is, and what it's been. The Lord forgives. Yeah. Boom, it's a better man, rap game, veteran moves when hitting with a baseball bat. Lord, you are relevant, I am an elephant, modeling on the attack. Lord, you like Cerberus, sending the elements from the New Testament, bringing it back. Lord, you not threatening, sniffing, cat in your back, paddling, I'm on track. Raw, bodies on the floor, line them up in chalk. When I talk, I'm a Salvador, flip like Tony Hawk on the board.
Guys, hear me out, bro. One thing I will forever appreciate about Ren Gill is that he gets bored like every 4 bars with his own structure. So he has to flip it up every 4 bar and just try a new rhyme scheme, right? And I don't even think, if I ever get to have a conversation with Ren, I'm going to ask him if rap is his first language or if reggae is his first language. And I'm using the word language. I agree with Michael Jackson when he says music is a universal language. That's what makes it so powerful. But Ren is, he's very bilingual, right? He can speak in, hip hop and reggae and rock and all of these different things. I wonder if hip hop is his first musical language, because the fact that he just jumps through rhyme schemes and tendencies, that's very wild, and it's also impressive.
The floor, line them up in chalk. When I talk, I'm a Salvador, flip like Tony Hawk on the board. Do you want some more? Grab a knife and fork, carnivore. It's a tug of war with a dinosaur. Burn it all.
Burn it all. Yo!
It's what it is.
Yo!
And what it's been. The Lord forgives.
Fam, to be honest, this part is the lesson of the entire song, right? We fight each other because we come to see each other with the eyes painted on us by the oppressor. If you notice, Ren, who is playing the part of the oppressor, starts the fight, which then triggers the internal conflict between everyone who can't truly see. Guys, it's crazy that this video is 1 minute and 30 seconds long, and yet he is saying so much just through the art. It's not just music that's a universal language, it's art, right? It's like, the fact that he wants to make all of these little things. And to be honest, even though this is a minute and a half long, it's one of the more impressive tracks in terms of what it's deeply saying.
Lord forgives.
Oh no, that was fire. That was fire. Bro, yeah. We're going to go into another track that I haven't seen before, which is, kind of another, because that was kind of, that was a cover, right? from Foo Fighters, I believe. I'm going to look that up. But, there's also a Right Here, Right Now Fatboy Slim cover that we're going to be going into. That's going to drop just a few hours after this one. So stay locked in. I appreciate you rocking with your boy as far as you have so far. Listen, I am in trouble with the YouTubes, right? I'm trying to, pray to the algorithm gods not to shut it all down. But family, we're going to keep it pushing. I appreciate you guys. Have a phenomenal week. And just in a couple of hours, we're going to be dropping another Ren. So stay locked.